building right here is a gold mill, and it is remarkably complete. And so I'll take you guys on a little tour of it. This is the input grizzly, so it's being the road right here from the mine. Dump trucks would back up here. They dump the ore onto here, which would fall into the ore bin below me. And we'll have to see how the lighting is here. So from here it goes into an ore bin, and then down below, down there, see right there is the gate where it comes out of the ore bin. And then from here it's a step-by-step process of basically refining and crushing it down. So as it moves in this direction, the finer stuff would fall through that screen, and the coarser stuff, that right there is a jaw crusher. The coarser stuff that didn't go through that screen would continue on down to that crusher right there. We'll go down and take a look at that. And so that kind of makes sure it's all at least a certain size. And then from there it goes to this conveyor, and the conveyor brings it up here, and the conveyor drops it into the next crusher. Okay, here's a look at it from the bottom. So that's the gate from the ore bin. The finer stuff falls through there, the coarser stuff slides, continuing down into the crusher here to make further smaller. Got some cool old electrical stuff there. Vintage Westinghouse. Here's the conveyor that takes it back up to the top where I was. And to get back up there to see the next step, we have to go up this. Lovely, safe. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it's a repeat of that same step again. So the conveyor drops it here. Looks like this is maybe a shaker. It's sitting on springs there. This might be this is a shaker. So this kind of shakes. Smaller stuff falls through. The bigger stuff continues to ride down into this crusher here. Here's I'm standing on the motor. So here's the motor that drives this crusher here. Sorry for the wind noise, it is windy up here. Here's a look at this from here. So from there it goes to the shaker first, and then onto that next step. That all falls through here, down into this ore bin. There's still actually quite a bit of ore down in there. Equipment porn. So look at that. Okay, back down to the conveyor. Now I think the next step is we crawl through here. Okay, so this right here is the bottom of that next ore bin. And this will give you an idea right there about how small what was coming out of there was. So it looks like there's a conveyor here with a cloth type belt and a V. So from there it was sliding along (3 to 4 pounds of ore in 5 seconds. Here's the chain. Here's the motor assembly here to drive this conveyor, chain driven up to there. And from there it fed into here and into here. And this looks like it was a ball mill. So from there it came into the ball mill, which I believe, and I could be wrong with this, but where all those holes are, there's rods that go through there. And there's these metal balls that are in there with the ore. And this thing is rotating, and those metal balls are just bouncing around and thrashing and grinding everything up into a fine and even finer milled ore. So here's the electric motor that was driving that. And here's a metal ball. I'm not sure, but I think these might be worn out metal balls because I think they're like this size. It's a big water tank up there. So from there, I guess it would come through this screen. This pipe down into here. And then this is some kind of a rake table type thing, maybe? That's right, as you can hear, this is a semi-active mine. This is no longer used, but so that up there makes this thing rake back and forth. You know, I'm not exactly sure how all this works. If someone watching it is a pro at this and wants to write it up, I'll put it in the, copy it and put it in the video description. That would be pretty cool. So I guess maybe at this point it is like almost a liquid slush, and it drops down from here into this hole. Or maybe this is a waste drain. Look at, here's another thing of in my flashlight. Metal balls. Then the next step would be to come down to here where there's different purifying and clarifying tables. It looks like there's some type of a centrifugal drum. Let's see here. You can see there that's some type of a centrifugal separator. Beautiful old American vise, American made. Here's an old miner's belt, or worker's belt. Sight savers. Yeah, there we go. So here is some type of furnace. Probably blow air in there. This would be the exhaust. Or maybe this is the crucible right here. So you heat it up there and melt it down. Another ball from the oh, here's a whole bunch of balls. The fish tape. It's a nice tubing bender for pipe. Old earplugs. "35 dB when used as directed." Anyway, that's been a kind of a long look around an old mill. If you have any corrections to anything I said, which I'm sure a lot of it's wrong, post it in the comments and I will put it in the description. I almost think something's missing here with these two pier blocks. And then that water tank being up on top of that, and there not being any vertical bracing there. That doesn't seem like it would handle the load. Here's another view of the mill. You can see where I started up there at the top and worked my way down to the bottom.